looking forward to about the House of David season 2?
Just the continuation of the story, right? Season 1, I was fortunate enough to be at the screening, and when I saw the first 2 episodes, I was like, ooh, they've done something really special. They brought the text to life in a way that feels modern, in a way that feels applicable to our society, in a way where you can extrapolate from the text the wisdom for today, and I love that. But it also feels like it's the right setting. It feels historically accurate. It feels like you get a peek into the ancient world. And again, it's done with such excellence and such nuance and such complex storytelling. I, as an actor, love it, and as a believer, love it even more.
We've now had the emergence of stories like Ruth and Boaz, House of David, The Chosen. How important do you feel that stories like this are valued in 2025 in Hollywood?
This is what we talk about every week. Every week we're on this.
Start it off.
I mean, to us, it's really just about not isolating your audience. I feel like a lot of times faith-based filmmakers can be so focused on speaking solely to people of faith. But to your point, how are we going to bring more people in if we're only speaking to people in the congregation? And I think people, whether or not they're in the faith, understand that the story of the Bible is amazing. And there's so many incredible stories to tell. And just from like a viewing standpoint, it's like Troy. You watch it and you get transported to another time. So I think having stories like this and being able to bring people in that are like, I can't deny that's an amazing project.
You know, real quick, I would advise this for anybody who loves travel, right? When you visit anywhere else in the world, different countries, who have been far more established than us here in America, right? Go to their shrines, go to their temples, find out their practices. Everyone has a practice. So then you question something like an infant like America, and you say to yourself, well, why are we so focused on just the mind and just the body? Why are we not connecting that triangle, the spirit that's missing? Every other culture does, but we don't. And then start to ask yourself, well, why is that? So with a product like this, or like you said, the shows that you've mentioned, right? Bringing back into the fold a little bit of that faith, bringing back into the fold a little bit of that ancestral DNA that we've probably lost over the years. And again, there's so many distractions, so many other things that you could be focused on. The internet is trying to show you this, that, and the third, right? We need more of this. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, y'all just got a really in-depth philosophical response. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go back and watch this video again because they spoke some real knowledge. If you could give some advice to any of the believers who may be watching online or going to see our video later, what advice would you give about filmmaking in Hollywood?
I'm a big believer in use your voice for good. Your whatever film you make or whatever content or whatever art you put out into the world, that's your legacy. So make it good, use your voice for good, put out good messages, put out faith messages. Let's encourage faith and the good and giving the glory of God and spreading the message. Amen.
Amen.
Exactly.
So, as a married family, do you want to see more content like this to continue showing to the next generation so that they're not bored by the traditional verses and stories of the Bible?
Absolutely. You know, filmmaking, it's just another form of storytelling, right? And that's what we do when we sit down and we worship as a family and we read the stories of the past, we pass it on to our children, and hopefully, you know, we do like what God said, raise up a child in the way they should go, and when they get older, they won't depart from it.
They will not depart from it.
So this is like cemented it, you know, like because they can watch it and think about being on streaming and whatnot, it's there, you know, so the next generation can watch it. And then they can watch it over and over again, you know, in case I miss something. They're like, hey, Dad, you know, this, that, you know. Just watching it together as a family is the greatest thing.
And I think it's awesome for those who don't have much knowledge. They'll have this opportunity to see it and probably get them more excited to want to actually read the book and understand the stories more as well.
What are you most looking forward to in season 2?
We ended in such a cliffhanger. We know how the story goes if you read ahead.
Yes.
But I think that it is so challenging to walk that line between using a historical story and really making it alive and current. And I think season 1 did that so well, and I can't wait to see where we go in season 2, bringing that human emotion and drama.
So if you could get advice to anyone out here who's watching, who's a part of the Hollywood Prayer Network, who's a fan of House of David, what would you say?
I would say the most important thing is when you see shows like this that represent both things that we love so much, right? If we're in the entertainment industry, it's because we love to be a part of it, but we love God. And so more than ever, we need to be prayed up. More than ever, we need to be supporting shows like this and praying for this show, praying for the team behind the show. So my advice is support, pray, and champion and praise this show as if you were on it yourself. Because a show like this winning is a win for all of us in the kingdom.
Amen. I love that.
Yeah.